Denouncement. This is the final part of our narrative, where we undertake to pull it all together and try our best to explain or resolve any outstanding matters if such a thing is possible. This book does not presume that you should believe anything written in this book. In fact, it would be far more beneficial for all concerned that you read this book with a healthy level of skepticism and a sense of incredulity. In this approach, you will not be lured into the temptation of just believing what you read. Truth is for yourself to discern via your own divine experiences, and not for another to impart. If you have reached the end and this is the final chapter, this of course presumes that you've read all the other chapters, you will of course remember what we requested of you in the very first chapter, and if not then, I respectfully ask that you reread the first chapter, The Trick and the Lie. This work represents 3 or so years of voyaging, research and study, without the many years of life's adventures and experiences crammed in before that to provide a backdrop. None of this would have ever come about, and in this way and in these life experiences were times and moments of both bliss, suffering, and everything else in between. There is as much to be attained from suffering as there is from bliss, but one does not and cannot exist without the other. Suffering and bliss are not always synonyms in equal measure, or so it may seem, because they are almost indistinguishable as frequencies of vibration. When you reach a place of absolute stillness or 0 point, you remember that this is true. Each and every one of us, without exception, has the potential to reach this stillness, and therefore grow and heal oneself, should you oblige it, of course. This stillness provides an experience of the universe where all perceptions slow down to feel and or see all from a non-dual, non-moving and non-static perspective, all at the same time. Everything requires reciprocation, not as a measure of give or take, but in terms of flow. Vibration creates and destroys this continuous flow, where there is neither creation nor destruction, but of course we are limited here to using words on paper. Voyaging/journeying with both Mother Ayahuasca and Voyahuasca has given me a soul rebirthing. It has relayed and replayed some parts of my life back to me that had been forgotten, hidden and buried for decades, and thus had caused me great emotional anxiety and laterally was emanating itself in a physical unease such as rheumatism and or arthritic pain. It has allowed me to let go of and dissipate anger, sadness, fear and suffering to a great degree, and to stop cradling and protecting my ego from the slings and arrows of outrageous fortunes, as someone famous once said. It has shown me life thus far as a series of films or movies first created in the mind's eye of a director, the director being me, of course. It's now possible to see all these life films as being truly magnificent in their own right, and all characters portrayed therein worthy of the highest accolades. There has been drama, intrigue, suspense, horror, crime, hate, comedy, romance, and love. And without the other character actors in my life playing their parts, none of this would have been possible, and no doubt there may be far more films to go. But of course this director now has a different take on things. My gratitude to all of those characters who have participated in and played their roles most exquisitely in my life in this realm, both in a historical sense and on my more recent voyages, journeys and adventures. There are far too many to mention, most of whom may wish to remain anonymous, but you all know who you are. Please remember, each of you is playing your own lead role in your own real life film or movie also. Perhaps like the universe experiencing itself. In completing this material, we might investigate more into shamanism. Someone also suggested that numerology might be an interesting topic to research, which sounds logical when you put 2 and 2 together. Thank you for reading.